I'm gonna have to start recording that. Yeah, we're in a mountain biome. Oh, we're not running away from our team yet. So. Oh my gosh. Do you think people are gonna be able to snowball in this or no? Possibly. I don't know, it just seems like lots of people here are good, so I would see it as harder to snowball. You can say that about other ones too. Recently, I was looking at like have you ever looked at the United States State Department of like Travel or whatever it is? Have you ever looked at that? It's like a website, and whenever you want to travel, you have to go to that website. Well, you don't have to, but it would probably be recommended to go to that website. And on that website, it tells you like warnings or alerts for like certain countries. So I was asking, yeah. Never knew about that? Yeah. Well, I was looking at it the other day. And recently I was just I was doing research on like those African countries because there was a trip that I could possibly go on to Tanzania, so I was interested in that East African area. So it probably won't happen, but I was still looking at it, and I still am looking at it. And I was looking at all these countries like Ethiopia, Djibouti, or like Somalia, and like I looked at the U.S. State Department of Travel, and like almost every single one of them had like a travel warning. Somalia is pretty scary. Yeah, except Tanzania. Like, the warnings, like, for Ethiopia example, was, like, just, like, terrorism, like, attacks, criminal activities, but for, like, Somalia, it was, like, an Al-Qaeda affiliated group. They're pretty dangerous countries. I mean, Somalia shares a border with Yemen, and I was asking my mom about, like, Somalia and stuff, because my parents usually know a lot about travel, since they've traveled a bunch. But I asked her about Somalia, and there was a cruise ship that they could have gone on, and it would have gone in, like, the Middle East area, but they decided to go on, like... Oh, we know it was an extension to their trip, because at first they went in Asia, right? It was a big trip that one of my members of my family got, like, a big, huge pile of money, and she went to, like, the grandkids or whatever, and you can go anywhere in the world, just tell me, and we'll go on it. And my parents chose to take an Asian cruise because my dad and my mom have always been interested in like the Asian culture and all that. So they went to like Hong Kong, I think it was Thailand, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, and then it ended up in it ended up in Thailand. I think there was some sort of extension to the trip they could have gone on, right? So they didn't try and take it, and they just made their own extension, and they went to Cambodia by themselves. Because I wanted to go back since it was so interesting. So, after that, back to Somalia. Apparently, like, the cruise ship they were gonna go on, like, for the next part of this trip, I think this is how it goes. It went to the Somalian border, and it was taken over by, like, pirates. Like, Somalian pirates, just like, I don't know, it just creeped me out that people could just board your ship. But no one died, and there's a special ship mechanism, which, like, helps... It makes, like, this loud noise. Like, it warns everyone on the cruise ship, everyone gets back to their noise, and there's, like, this noise that it plays, on the ship, and it's, like, it's such a bad noise. It's like, you know how if a dog, like, there's some sort of, like, if a dog hears, like, a certain noise, they heard or something? Is that true? Yeah, it's like, it's for humans, and whenever they would get these, like, water cannons as well. So no one died, and overall people were safe, but I just thought that was pretty scary in Somalia. Pretty dangerous. Like, so there's some, like, terrorist groups that I wanna, like, go by as a Westerner. Like people in America don't know what's going on in Somalia and places like that. Yeah. I feel, but also in the same way, I feel like people in the Western media, like, it's not super exposed and it always highlights, like, horrible things, which it should highlight what's going on, but it should also highlight the good things that are going on in those countries. And the people. I mean, like, not all people are bad or radical Islamists that are in those countries. I mean, if you look at people like Donald Trump, I mean, he's getting lots of votes because of one of his policies. I feel like his immigration policy can help him a lot, because Americans don't want these radical Islamists to come to the country, or just Muslims in general. I mean, what do you have any thoughts on Muslim people, or no? No. I don't hate them at all. I think they're good. But you dislike this vision of America, or what? Yeah. Have you heard much about those East African countries, or no? I think East Africa is probably better than West, right now. West is extremely unstable. Have you ever considered going to Africa over other continents, or are you not that interested in it compared? Yeah, that's how I felt when I was first learning about it. Like, what would you want to know more about it? Like, what parts of it? Do you know much about Rwanda? It's one. Okay, well, as I said, I was researching Africa, like, just by myself, because I was interested in some of the countries there. And my aunt and uncle, they went on a trip with this person who got a large amount of money, correct? It went to Botswana, and it went to South Africa, and it was a big trip, okay? So, Botswana and South Africa, I would say that they're one of the safer countries. I feel like South Africa has, I would say, a little bit less problems than East or West Africa, or North. North is pretty bad right now. And they were talking about Rwanda, and Rwanda has, like, this gorilla sanctuary. And it's home to the silverback gorillas, and there's, like, a whole national park there. And I was just researching about it, and have you ever heard of the documentary Virunga? Oh, it's Virunga. Yeah. Okay, so it's a Netflix documentary. Oh, do you know of it now or no? Okay. So, anyways, Virunga is like this. What I got from the trailer, I haven't watched much of it, so I can't really give much of, like, an opinion on it or anything. And Virunga from this trailer, it's about the gorillas up in Rwanda, and how, like, companies want to come in and, like, take the national park out, and, like, this is what I got from the trailer, and they want to get the oil and, like, just destroy the gorilla sanctuary. So I don't know, I just kind of felt bad for the gorillas that were there. Oh, and I remember how I got to that point. I was researching Rwanda, but I saw a picture of this guy you see next to this gorilla. And they were just, like, sitting there really casually, so I wanted to know where they were, where this was from, and then I learned about it. Yeah, sitting next to the gorilla, and, like, you did? Yeah. That's exactly how I found out about it, because I looked at the comments. So I think I might go and watch that sometime. I think it would be interesting. Did I watch all the seasons on The Amazing Race? I'm pretty sure my parents have, but I haven't. Oh, I'm hyped. It's gonna be great. I hope they go more Africa this time. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, They probably can't go to much. The only African country that I think that would be 100% ready to go to is Botswana. That's like the only one. There's like this website called Lonely Planet. It's like a travel website, and I was looking at it, and I was really surprised when I saw that the #1 destination they put was Botswana. And I researched Botswana. That's where my Marianne. Oh, that's where my aunt and uncle. Like most interesting destination, most like jam-packed destination to go to. Like if you're going to Botswana, you're gonna get your money worth. It's inexpensive because the currency. I haven't actually researched much of the currency, but I would assume that the currency is lower than the US dollar, or they might be using the US dollar. I don't know. So you go to Botswana, and there's like these wildlife reserves. You can go down the Zambezi River. I have a hat from that they got me from the Zambezi River, and you can like go on this cruise that goes down it, and you can see like hippos and rhino. Oh, you did? Rip. I'm gonna block you. But yeah. Do you know much about Botswana? Or no? Oh. I would recommend. I'm digging down right now. Oh. Awkward. A-Rod, Jester, Sonic Fan, you. That's it. What? Oh, you're in deep. I haven't even found a cave yet. Oh. Is there anywhere you would like to go to right now? That seems interesting. Or near. I think Rome might be good right now. Not much is happening right now there compared to places like Paris or Greece. What? Oh yeah, the terrorists and stuff. The immigrants that are going to Greece right now. Hmm? Yeah, Rome would. Yeah. That's why I would say, because there hasn't been any like big terrorist attacks near Rome right now. I want to go to Paris right now, actually. Do you know much about that coup in Turkey? The coup, I think it is. It might be pronounced coup. Oh, well, what happened in Turkey is that I didn't really research much on the situation because I didn't really care about it that much, but the coup was like the military were trying to overthrow the king of Turkey. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently they didn't succeed. Though. Oh. That's just wrong. Who won the last season of Frenzy? Oh, you know? Okay. Wait, who won the season of Frenzy that I was talking? Like with you? Ooh, that's okay. Wow. Oh, I found your water. I think I might get a cave. Oh, I just dug the gold while trying to get to this water. Back. I wonder who won that Mouse Straws game. No, oh, listen, man, what is going on? You think it was like a Strauss not hitting their shots? Yeah, especially with the entries. Nico's too good. Oh my gosh, I cannot find this water source. Where is this garbage? What was the next game? Oh yeah, VP. And IP, never mind. Yeah, me too. Unless... Hmm? Oh god, yeah. That was a random pick. I wish SK was there. Probably, obviously, kind of like playing really raw recently. Oh. Archer, have you, been to, like, Montana or the Rocky Mountains or Yellowstone? I've been to Yellowstone, okay. Alright. I'm next.